in NFL history with 4 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown in a single game. He now has 9 total touchdowns in his first 4 games. Let's take a listen to Watson after the game.
Can you talk about just the things that you know that you've grown as a quarterback already, like just in this short period of time you've been starting?
Just grown, with my confidence, being able to operate and run this offense, making sure we're in the right place, and just bringing the energy and leadership to this team. And I try to do that each and every play, make sure we're in the right play, and just kind of continue to grow from there. So I have a long way to go, and it's still early in my career, and just hope to build on it.
Shannon, will Watson keep this up?
No, obviously he's not going to do this every week, but clearly he's what they need. You look at their offensive talent; they're loaded. They can run the football with Blue and Lamar Miller. Then you go DeAndre Hopkins, you got Fuller the fifth, you got Braxton Miller, you got Fedorowicz, the tight end. They have a very sound, and that's what we've always thought. If you get a quarterback that's just competent, and he's more than competent, this team can do some things. This is the same offensive firepower that they had last year with Brock Osweiler.
Yep.
The same offensive firepower that they started the season with Tom Savage. Skip, I did not break Deshaun Watson down. I did not take off every college throw that he made. But I tell you what I did do. I watched him twice against Alabama. I watched him against Florida State, Ohio State, and Louisville. And he needed to be at his absolute best. He was. The biggest stage, the brightest light for all the marbles. He's only failed one time. Alabama got him the first time around.
Barely.
He's like, I didn't like that outcome, but I'm coming back.
Yep.
And just when we thought we couldn't see any better than what he had did before in a loss, he said, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna throw for more yards, and I'm gonna finish it off with 1 second on the clock and throw the game winner.
He did.
Look at him at Ohio State. Shut them out. Look at him in the ACC title game. He goes head-to-head with the future Heisman Trophy winner, Lamar Jackson. Lamar's doing his thing. Anything you can do, I can do better. Deshaun says, okay.
He did.
I'm going to get this ball. I'm going to put this ball in the end zone.
He did.
So if you look at it, I just felt really comfortable saying when the lights were at its brightest, he could be at his best. And that's what you need to be in the NFL. You got to be your best more times than not. They're loaded. They can play defense. They got offensive firepower. And Coach O'Brien is doing a great job. It's funny. You know what I noticed? He called plays different from that guy than he did Tom Brady. I wonder how he doing things like that.
I don't know.
Because his offense, hey, this is my offense. I run my offense. The really great offense and defensive coordinators.
Yep.
You call plays according to the talent you have. You don't become so rigid. Oh, this is my offense. You run my offense. What does this guy do really well? How can we become successful with him? Well, okay, yeah, he got good legs. Let's call some rollouts. Oh, let's run a few quarterback draws. He's smart enough. He knows how to get down. They're going to win this division. I always thought they were going to win this division.
They're going to run away with it.
Because from top to bottom, do you want Blake Bortles?
No.
Guess what? Hurt again. Andrew Luck, we don't know when he's coming back. So, but even if those.
By the way, Jacoby had his moments last night.
Yes.
Until the second half.
And he had his moments for both teams.
Yeah. He did.
Because he gave me 14 points,
right?
and he gave his team some points. They're special. He can be special. And you said it, and I was on you, and I echoed it. You felt that the Cleveland should say, take him number one and don't look back. At least when they didn't take Myles Garrett, when they took Myles Garrett number one, you felt that okay, we right here, we can still take him. Oh, now we get 2 guys. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
We get Garrett and we get Deshaun.
You could have.
Skip,
Nope.
He's not prototypical. He's not 6'4". He's not 235, 240. He's about 6'2". He's Willery, 215.
I agree.
He doesn't have the cannon arm, but he has plenty good enough arm. He's accurate. He can take this team places.
That word you use, special, gets used way too much in sports these days. This young man qualifies on poise and character and mental and physical toughness, Alabama rocked him in the championship game, knocked him down 6 or 8 times where other like some Romo-esque quarterback would not get up from those shots. He has physical toughness. He's a big play, big stage, clutch playmaker.
Absolutely.
And he's proven it again and again. And by the way, he first caught my eye against my Oklahoma Sooners 2 years ago in a playoff game against Baker Mayfield, who's no joke as a college football player. And this guy took Baker Mayfield to school in that game. And that's where I said, wow. And then every time it's been big stage, money, chips on the table, he just performs at the highest level. So now he's at the highest level. And I did say before the draft, if I didn't know they were going to take him, but the day after the draft, the first Monday after the draft, I said if Bill O'Brien will get out of his way, he will do for the Texans this year what Dak Prescott did for us last year.
Correct.
And he's on track to do that. And I'm not overreacting. I don't think early to say he'll keep this up. Yeah. Maybe not 50s, where they have 57.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll 57 a game.
I played 14 years and never scored 50 points in an NFL game. This is not, Skip, this is not normal. You see colleges, I'm talking about top colleges, when they play lesser competition, they'll get 50, they'll get 60 points. But in an NFL game, no. And for them to do what they did to that team, they got a long way to go, Skip. And the Titans, can think about it, they just ran roughshod over Seattle.
They did.
Week to week, it's a different story. You never know.
So Deshaun Watson now leads the National Football League in QBR, my favorite stat, 0 to 100. Second is Tom Brady. Third is Dak Prescott. This kid's doing that, and Bill O'Brien didn't see his way clear to hand him the keys and the reins right out of the OTAs. Just say, here, it's your franchise. Nope. He hung on to the kid that he loves, Tom Savage.
Brought him in, came and drafted him.
Yeah, he did. And what did DeAndre Hopkins say about?
I'm Team Savage.
He's on Team Savage. He said that during training camp.
Yeah.
What? He's way on Team Watson now, right?
Watson, come here.
Yeah. Guess who has the most targets in the National Football League? So
DeAndre Hopkins.
Ooh, that's smart. I'd be doing that too. So now I look back at that draft, and I did say before the draft, every team that passes him who needs a quarterback is going to regret it for a long, long time. So Cleveland took Myles Garrett. Bears took Mitchell Trubisky. They're going to be in the hot seat. So is that kid. I feel sorry for him.
I believe he'll start on Sunday. Coming long week, Skip.
Has to.
Yes.
Yeah. Then the 49ers took Solomon Thomas, the defensive end from Stanford. So
they wanted Brian Hoyer. They got Brian Hoyer for agency.
Really?
Go ahead.
Then the Jaguars took Fournette. I know he's had his flashes, but this is Deshaun Watson. This changes your life because Blake Bortles just flat out isn't any good. And he was terrible yesterday. They lost to the Jets.
The only team in the top 10 that I can see passing on this young man would be Carolina.
Okay, that's fine. You got that.
Other than that,
Jets, Jamal Adams, nope. You got to take this kid. And then the Chiefs, I'll give them the benefit of
but Skip, they traded up to get Mahomes.
They did.
So if you're going to take
he better be good, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like him a lot, but I'm not sure about that.
He looked good in the preseason.
Even the Chargers, I know Phillip Rivers is still at the end of his prime, but they took Deshaun's teammate, Mike Williams.
Right.
I just don't know. That's the 7th overall pick. And then the Texans trade up from 25 to 12 and change their life.
Yep.
They're going to run away with this division, and that's after Bill O'Brien blew game 1 by not letting Deshaun start game.
Doesn't that make you wonder now when you're looking at this? Like, what were you thinking?
What were you doing?
What was that?
That's the one guy. If you get that guy, if you find that guy, he can put your franchise where you need it to be for the next 10 to 15 years.
It does. It makes week 1 look so bizarre. The Ravens got booed at home for their pregame demonstration yesterday. We'll discuss that next.